In this audio recording, Neville Goddard talks about beware of holy men. Priests, Maharishis, whoever, holy men. You don't need them. You don't need an intercessor between you and God, because God is essentially a deeper part of yourself. We're all one with God. Neville Goddard was not about setting up a church or a religion. This is not a religion. And he was very wary of anyone who would take money for that. He wouldn't accept money for his his wisdom. He was trying to get this stuff out there. I don't know if any money changed hands, but it wasn't like he wasn't getting rich off this stuff as far as we know. He could have set up a church if he wanted to, but he didn't. And then he goes into stuff about religious diets and things like that, which alludes to things like the Leviticus dietary things, like, kosher food, and you have all kinds of, Christians have certain, like Catholics have dietary customs, fasting to get closer to God. He's like, none of this is necessary. You don't need any of that to get closer to God. And God gave you your palate to enjoy foods with. So he basically hits on both these things. But the holy men part is the flagship of this video, because it's really good stuff. Beware of holy men.
So don't go looking for him in any so-called holy place in the world. People are misled morning, noon, and night by so-called holy men. Forget it. Man comes to you telling you he's a holy person, turn around and start running. All these holy fellows, they just simply meet you and meet another crowd, and next thing they do, they run to the bank with what was in your pocket. Just picked up one fellow here. He's flying off to Switzerland. He was in Spain after having collected a fortune. They found $300,000 on him. And he was at the Maharishi that came through this country. It wasn't the Maharishi. It was his secretary running off to Switzerland, where you'd put it into your Swiss bank. And all the people fall for it morning, noon, and night. And so if you're taking over, you hate to hear it, because people hate to know that others know they were beguiled. And so those who gave their fortunes to him, $500 to teach them how to meditate, of all the nonsense in the world. Teach you how to meditate? It's just a simple, simple thing. You don't meditate on your navel. You don't meditate on any of these things whatsoever. You know what you want? What would the feeling be like if it were true? What would it be like? Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Well, anyone can do that. A child can do that. What would it be like if it were true? That's meditating. Now yield completely. And the being within you will take that and externalize it for you. Meditating on your Kundalini fire and all this nonsense has nothing to do with it. I'm going into so-called diets. Diets will not commit you or commend you to God. He gave you a palate, didn't he? Or then exercise the palate too. And so I'm going to go on a certain diet. A friend of mine went on the diet of things that you should only feed parrots. Well, she isn't a parrot. Eating pumpkin seeds, eating all these things. If you really enjoy them, but don't tell me that you really enjoy them. Of course, you could acquire a taste for anything. I don't say you can't. But exercise